Hey, what's going on, miners? Today we're going to be talking about some of my side projects I've been working on. So let's get right into it.
As a crypto miner, you know you want your equipment to be high quality. Proper cable management is part of your mining rig, and the Veteran Miner has you covered. The Veteran Miner cables are created with the best materials to ensure they are of the highest quality. Our cables are made of 16 gauge tin copper, ensuring another layer of protection from oxidation and corrosion. We support our products with a 100% guarantee. Visit our website at www.theveteranminer.com and get the best cables for your mining setup.
All right, so I've been busy doing all kinds of things. Besides working at Terra, I had my mining pool thing I've been doing. Some of you may have seen a couple of shorts of some 3D printers and stuff like that. So I've had I like to learn, man. I really like to learn. If something interests me, man, I'm gonna go down the rabbit hole. That's just who I am and what I do. If it's something I'm interested in, I'm going all in. So some of you may be asking, what are some of the other things that I've been kind of diving down, and what are some other things that I'm maybe doing with my time, right? What little free time I have. Um, I'm pretty good at multitasking. So a lot of times when I'm like, if I'm, let's say I am sitting there gaming with you guys late at night, I'm also probably working on something else on another screen as well while I'm playing games or doing something else with somebody else. So I am always kind of like staggering everything I'm doing. Something I've been working on recently is going to be the 3D printing thing. It's just been something that's really, really cool. And I feel like you can create things and, you know, I was thinking of maybe turning that into a source of revenue for me. And I'm not looking to get rich, you know what I mean? That's not my play here. I'm just looking to replace some of my income that I need to do. So, and I figured if I could do stuff at home while I'm doing stuff for Terra, or having to take care of my dad, something I can do while I'm at home that works. I have to really keep a flexible schedule. I have a lot of things going on in my life. So this, I think, I've always been an entrepreneur. My mom and dad have both ran their own businesses when I was a little kid, so I've always had that mindset of owning and running your own company. I've had some small companies I did back in Washington, that I did just on the side, like detailing cars and other things like that. So I've always been that. I've always been an entrepreneur, and um, one thing that my dad always told me when I was little is you're never going to get rich working for somebody else. So I've always just really liked working for myself. You get to dictate your hours. However, to me, it's like however much time you put into it is how much you're going to get out of it. So I usually go in all in with a lot of my stuff. So let's start with the first project because there's going to be more than just 3D printing in this video. I have been working on some 3D prints. These are riser back plates. Let's see if I get the camera to focus. If it will focus. There you go. This is one design. Um, this is the first, and this is one I designed myself in CAD, which I have a newfound respect for people that do CAD right now because it is not easy. It's actually extremely hard. So it just slides right in and out of the riser. Now, when you're doing like making a product for other people to buy, right? I'm always looking for things that people are not like. I'm trying to be the other person and think of what things I'm not gonna like. And this can't always slide on. And I realized that this slide on method won't work after like 10 revisions of trying to get it fine tuned as possible. It just won't work, and it's because of this. Now I realize that this is a AAA wave, but the GPU risers also has this Molex connector right here on the side here, and it's up against the PCB board, so you're not able to slide anything over it to hold down these edges right here because it's right along the side. So when you try to slide it in up until that point, um, it's just gonna break it, and it's just not gonna work well. Now, some of the other designs I've come up with are, this one's probably hard to see, but this has a little MK on there. It's just slightly indented in there. This one is a little more aggressive that I did here. And you could tell here too, I noticed that the more in depth I go, like for the indentation of the MK, the worse it comes out because there's technically nothing for the filament to grab, which is why it comes out kind of grainy like this. So I do kind of like the faint one here because it looks kind of cool. It's kind of hard for the camera to pick up, but it is faint. This is their 12 capacitor riser right here, that I was working with. So let me know if you guys are interested in this community. You know, I mean, if people have ideas about this or not. Um, I'd like something to slide on, but I don't think that's going to be feasible. So what I think I'm going to do is on the front here, I'll create like a clip that goes over this, right, to secure it down, and then I'll have two more here in the back. So this way it kind of just seats in and then around here on these points to keep it down. Because there's so many capacitors right here up against this right here that it just makes it like almost no lip for anything to grab. Like, see, this one's actually over just by a tiny bit. It's hard to tell in the camera, but these ones are inside the PCB. This one is either on the edge or a little bit over. So there's a lot of, like, I've printed like probably 30 of these, all different variations and sizes, to try to get down the perfect size. So just something I do, you know, I make a change in the CAD, I slice it, and then I send it off to the printer, you know, and then obviously during the day, if I'm like doing stuff with Terra or I'm, you know, recording a video, when it's done, I'll look at it, test fit it, you know what I mean? See if it works. Okay, this one's junk, throw it away, make some more changes. I mean, I've spent countless hours trying to get this perfect. So I just was really trying to get one where it slid in, you know, like it would slide in with the rails right here. See it right there. It's just not going to work. There's just too many things that overhang that get caught when it tries to slide in here, and it ends up just like chipping or even stretching and breaking the plastic. So it's just not a good fit. So that's one thing I'm working on. So let's get into the next subject, which is going to be AI proof of useful work rigs. So some of you may know that I did purchase about 6 workstations. I do have access to get more. I have upgraded one of the workstations. I have the ability to upgrade more. I have several different CPU configurations and stuff like that. So something else I was considering that I could do from home was maybe setting up, you know, a marketplace for proof of useful work rigs that I could build and customize for people. So that might be that's another project I'm currently working on right now. In conjunction with, I'm also working with the veteran miner. He makes really high quality cables, so I'm trying to get custom cables made for the workstations. Because if you think about it, these things are going to be mining and then also going to do proof of useful work at full TDP. So good quality cables that will be able to withstand that much heat all the time is definitely going to be something that's going to be needed. Now, these are just these are just lots of little projects that I've been just working on my own time and stuff like that when I get time. So, which is not much. Some of the things I was thinking about offering with these proof of useful work rigs would be like obviously CPU configuration, RAM configuration, SSD configuration. Obviously, I would upgrade the power supply to handle more GPUs. That would automatically come with that. But I was thinking of if I could price something competitively to where people would essentially be able to just have the machine and just be able to plug in their GPUs and just go. Essentially, is what I'm going for. I'm kind of like something similar to like DJ did with he was like the first like Flux nodes guy who they had the little mini PCs that were like already pre-built with the Flux node stuff and everything like that. Essentially something like that, but I want to do it with proof of useful work, right? You guys could just pick out what type of CPU you want, what type of RAM and this and that, you know, and the hard drive and everything like that. I'll build it and, you know, get it and install everything on it and just ship it off to you. And all you got to do is slot in the GPUs and away you go. So let me know your guys' thoughts. That has been one of my projects. I've also been working on. Okay, so this is a test print, and I know it's two different colors because I got this blue free with a machine, so it's on one of the other machines. So it's just a test print. But this is a micro ATX test bench, and this is you put the power supply in here, stuff like that. So I was thinking of also adding to this a watt meter box, like maybe like right here, putting a watt meter box right here on this side, and then that way, while you have your test bench out, you could have a watt meter. I've also thought about what about also using a having an arm come off and having a Elmore's lab like up in the air right here, right? Because the Elmore's lab is like actually plugs in line to the PCIe, so that way you could have your at the wall wattage, you could have your wattage right there at the card and everything like that. Just like a full on kind of a test bench idea. Now this is micro ATX. That's just what I'm working with for right now. It's just a test bench, so um, the only other one that I'm thinking about making would be for a server one, for maybe first gen Epic. That's gonna take a lot of trial and error because I have to like you have to measure everything and then you have to move all the little points of where the motherboard is because it's EATX and not standard ATX. So yeah, it's gonna take a whole lot more work. So for right now, this is a micro ATX form factor. So I was thinking of, like I said, adding a a watt meter box in here, like actually 3D printing it into this little leg right here, having it here, and then maybe 3D printing an arm that comes off here, and holding your Elmore's lab like here up here in the air, and that way you can like plug it into your GPU or something. Just some ideas. So, all right. So those are just some of my projects I've been working on, man. I dive down the rabbit hole pretty hard sometimes. Um, so let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think of these plates here? I really like this design. Like I said, the best here that has the faint MK. Um, yeah, let me know. These are all my little side projects I'm working on in my spare time. Let me know what you guys think. I know this is kind of just off the beaten topic today, but all right, guys, this is the Money King giving you the most hashes, and I'll see you next time.